Hello, everyone. Happy Friday.
All right.
How you doing, Alpha?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Serenity?
Doing good. BTK, my man. How you doing, brother? Great to see you.
Ooh,
Wild Angel, how
yeah.
you doing? Hello, everyone. BTK says howdy. I like that. Just straight to the point. I love it. I love it.
Yowdy.
So I hope
Mm.
everybody. Yeah.
Oh, we got
Howdy,
Sonic
partner.
Sirens too.
Okay. Ooh, we got Sonic. All right. So, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, my man. So, we keep clicking the same comment. I'll stop touching it. Don't touch it. Okay, my bad. How was everybody's Christmas? Of course, this is the day after, so I'm sure if you like my house, everybody's okay to sit in the corner with something soft and squishy and watch paint dry. That's about the end of our energy today.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that is very much okay. I mean, yeah, yeah, people tend to go to the beach the day after Christmas because we call it Boxing Day. So I just like goes to the
Okay.
beach and or people that's at home will like, have a barbecue or the South African equivalent of a barbecue. So it's like all the roads were so quiet today. All the malls were quiet. Everything was just quiet, freakishly quiet. Like I walked out, I think, around 1 p.m. and I was like, I hear nothing. How is that even possible? Like it was so quiet. It was creepy, honestly.
That is creepy.
Um,
And yeah, well, it is almost warm enough to go to the beach here. Of course, we're in Idaho, and it should be bitter cold. No, it's not. It's like 50, 60 degrees. It's horrible. It's like, this is not okay. But of course, now that
mhm.
Christmas is over, it's like, fine, hurry up. Let's go spring here. Let's unwrap the motorcycles. Let's get some ride time. So, got
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of, that
yeah.
going.
I keep forgetting it's like winter over there. So of course it's like it's
Right.
hot. You can't go to the beach right after Christmas because like you're gonna be sitting in like ice cold weather. You can't be in your bikinis or in your speedos. You're gonna be like, why did I come to the beach?
See, I don't know. Me, not really, because I grew up in Idaho. And so you can always tell somebody who grew up in Idaho versus the ones who moved up from California. Because I still walk around in shorts and a t-shirt when there's a foot of snow on the ground. People are like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's like, dude, I grew up here. This is nothing. It's not as bad as like over in Pennsylvania and Maine and those kind of places where you have like 20 feet of snow. We just get bitter, bitter cold. It's not uncommon to hit 8, 10 below zero. Not a big deal. So light jacket, we're okay. Um, but yeah, I couldn't even imagine what it's like to go to the beach the day after Christmas. That's mind-boggling. We talked about that last
Yeah.
week. How you guys at Christmas are totally different than how we are up north. It's crazy.
Yeah, we had like yesterday, we also had like 34 Celsius. I think it's like what, 80, 90 Fahrenheit. Let me just see,
Yeah.
34 C to F. So it's like over there, you guys are having snow and everything, and we just out here like, oh, can't it get a little colder? Just a little, just like 4 degrees less would at least would be nice, At least then it
There you
wouldn't
go.
be insufferably hot. But no, no, no. It's like it was
No.
so hot yesterday. You like
Wow.
you wouldn't want to be outside because it's like you just get this blaring sun coming down, and you're just like, yeah, yeah, interesting day.
Yeah.
Always
That is.
interesting.
That's the thought of it at Christmas is just mind blowing. So one of these years I'll have to come visit you at Christmas, and then the next year you'll have to come visit me at Christmas, and we'll compare notes. We'll see what
I'll,
it's like.
I'll see what a
Yes.
white Christmas is like.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's not this year because yeah, our weather's been screwed. And
Mm,
apparently, BTK, it's hailing right now. Yeah, Sai said you guys had a pretty good storm moving in, so I hope you guys stick with us. Don't lose power tonight. And yeah, we'll just see
those
how it
things can
goes.
get bad. Those
Yeah,
things can get real bad, eh?
it
Hail.
can.
Oh, like
Yeah,
snow is okay, but hail, oh man, that's horrible.
that breaks
Those
stuff.
things are
That's not
horrible.
okay.
They are so painful too. Like you walk outside and it just starts, and you're like, I'm getting shot
Right? Yeah.
from the sky.
Shotgun blast. Ah! Makes you wonder: is God shooting you with a shotgun? How does that work? I
Maybe,
don't know.
maybe.
Maybe
All
the
we know
angels
is
are
it's
up there pheasant
horrible.
hunting, like boom, boom, boom. Boom. I don't know. That's one
Yeah.
way to look at it, I guess. I don't... Same there too, Sai. Yeah, man, I do not envy you. I hate hail. I always worry about paint jobs and
Uh-huh.
windshields and bad things happening.
Yeah.
Not a good
Yeah.
thing.
Like all the glass, eh? And we live in a world of a lot of glass.
Oh yeah, God yeah. Even more, and they don't make things like they used to. So even cars now, the metal is so thin it dents with hails. Where
Mm.
You know, like my old
Hmm.
70s pickup truck, man, that thing could take a small bomb and it's okay. It'll drive away. I ain't worried about it.
It's like,
Yeah.
this is nothing on me. This is nothing.
Exactly. Exactly. BTK says it's 22 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's like thick freezing rain. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're not driving anywhere because that gets dangerous. That gets scary.
Oh
So,
man.
good time to sit in, relax with us, of course. Guys, this is the last Freaky Friday of 2025. That's right. The year is gone. We're at the very end, looking back, going, what in the hell just happened? Because I don't know about you guys, but this year has been an absolute roller coaster for me and my family and most people in the crypto space. I mean, nothing makes sense. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to jump into the goods, the bads, and all the memorable moments of 2025. But of course, we got to bring you up to speed on the crypto news for this week. Now, being a holiday week, it hasn't been as crazy as normal. Still pretty nuts, but I'll give you a quick rundown. We'll be diving through that. So, quick market overview for December 26th of 2025. Bitcoin setting at 88,681, which is up 0.9% from last week. Ethereum is setting at $2,964, up 0.4% from last week. So as you see, it's kind of stayed flat. Not a lot of motion. Doing that nice crab walk sideways that none of us love. That doesn't help anybody out. Unless you're DCAing. But hey, prices staying the same. That's a good thing. Total market cap, 3.07 trillion, up 0.7% from last week. And the trading volume is sitting at about 91.4 billion, which is down sharply from last week's 164 billion as holiday liquidity thins. So liquidity gets thinner, things aren't moving as much. There's not as much money in the system to move those prices back and forth. So hence we're seeing a lot of crab walk.
We are. I mean, also, it's like a lot of people are kind of on holiday now. Most people aren't really looking at, oh, let me buy the dips or let me go buy this or whatever.
Right.
It's like everything is just like, everyone's just like, we're going to chill until the next year. We got the next year to deal with crypto. We'll buy out what we want in January if there's money. Like, January is also a month where people don't really have money. So it's like, things are kind of crab walking for a bit. Well, like, maybe we'll see activity pick up again in February, but it's like, who has money right now? Everyone just spent everything on Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah. We got no money. It's all sideways. There's nothing really going on. Now, one thing that is good is the fear and greed index has changed a little bit. So that's kind of nice. I clicked the wrong thing. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, well,
This is why I
thank you,
can't have
Sam.
nice.
We all overspend for Christmas. Absolutely. We do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's always like that, eh?
It is. It's terribly like that. And I don't know why we always do that, but we do. So the fear and greed index is looking a little better. We're sitting about 27. So over the year, it's going up slowly, kind of little crab walks up and down. Is it going to stay up? I don't know. Is it going to come plummeting back in single digits? Very likely. We don't know what's going to happen. Figure end of the year, you got taxes, you got all that stuff coming out. So things are a little crazy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Is this a good time to buy? Should we be selling or should we just close our crypto wallets, walk away, and come back in like 30 days? What's your strategy here?
I feel like BTK's answer will always be the same. Exactly the time to buy Bitcoin.
And you know, BTK, you're not wrong, brother. You are really not wrong. Because, yeah, there's never a bad time to buy BTC, especially looking at the long-term gains. But some of the other altcoins, yeah, some people say this is a great time to start collecting before the altcoin season, if there's going to be one. You know, some people think there's going to be a great one. Others say, no, it didn't happen. It was already done first of the year. So many different ideas. Nobody really knows what the hell is going on out there.
True. I don't know. I like what let me see what Sai said here. Buy when others are fearful and sell when they are greedy. It's like it's kind of just like that. You know, we are seeing a little bit of a climb in the fear and greed index more towards the greedy side. So it's likely still a very good time to be buying things. We likely won't see a massive downward, fear again, maybe for the next few months. Because January is always a really calm time of the year. It's like everyone's thinking about back to school. Children are going back to school. Okay, yeah, in South Africa, kids go back to school. I don't know when they go back to school over there, because like, when does your winter end? And it's like winter break or something.
Oh, yeah, we get a Christmas break for a couple weeks, but that's about it. They should be going back to school here in first of the year, typically. I don't know. I haven't had kids in
Right.
school for a few years now, so I forget how it all works.
Okay, yeah, well, you know, people are kind of a little more focused on the January things, post-Christmas, no money, so it's just like it's calm. At least I feel
Right.
like it's always like that. You know, things are a little more calm, and then after that, things will probably change. We will see maybe more people get a little greedy, buying on their
Mhm.
coins, or something, you know, causes a bit of a market rally. So I definitely think like the coins you've been looking at, check if they've dipped recently, and maybe it's time to get a little bit of a bag, you know, just DCA a bit. Or get out or
Absolutely.
DCA into Bitcoin like BTK is always doing.
Right. But also, it's just like it says here, you keep your DCA going. You always keep that going. But then if you got a few extra bucks here and there, throw them into some of
Mhm.
the other cryptocurrencies or maybe even add to your DCA, especially now when it's down. Great time to stockpile a little bit extra. Personally, I've been adding into a little of the altcoins that I really believe in, the blue chips,
Mhm.
because I mean these things are like record lows. It's scary how low they are. Sad part is I was DCAing all through the beginning of the year when they were up. Like AVAX was up 50,
Mhm.
60 bucks, and now it's down at like 13, 15. But I'm still collecting, still stockpiling because I believe it is growing and building. So just make sure whatever you're DCAing into is a good, solid blue chip investment with a long term roadmap. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, we're going to see more DeFi projects come out probably first of the year. Things are going to get scary. So just be safe out there, guys. Use the rules of solvency. Use all the knowledge we've shared with you and keep using it because it's going to serve you well.
Yeah, things will look very different next year, I'm sure. Like things change every year. You know, between
Right.
2024 and 2025, things are very different. We're looking at a very different landscape. 2025 and 2026 is going to be just as different. So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
always just like do what you think is going to probably work out best for you. DC is always kind of one of the smarter way to go is because you averaging, you know, you're not buying everything at the top and you're not buying everything at the bottom,
Right.
even though you wish you could.
Really, yeah.
But
The timing never
fact of
works.
the exactly. So fact of the matter is when you DCA, at least you finding a good average on things. You know, you might buy a few at the
Right.
top, you might buy a few at the bottom, and it will come around to like an average, and you're like, okay, I can live with that, you know.
Right.
But oh,
Exactly.
well, then
And
just get
always keep your eye
something
out
to just
for. It's
sorry,
okay.
go ahead. Well,
You
then
win.
Joel was just saying, I start shopping in January for the next one, and I will still spend too much in December.
Yeah.
About
That sounds about
spending too
right.
much for Christmas. To be fair, the deals in December are so good, you're like, oh, I can't pass up. You know, I can't
Right.
pass up that really good deal. It's like the best of the year, you know? Fair.
Exactly. And it's yeah, take the deals when you can. And it's like BTK saying, QRL is at 3.23 right now. Yeah, that's impressive. Now we talked about
Mhm.
QRL, which is quantitative resistance ledger. And like I shared with you guys, I'm using some of my old hardware sitting out in the garage, heating it while mining the QRL token. And we've shared that in Down Home Crypto. We've made sure to let you know these adventures. But right now, when nobody's really talking about it, if something has some technology that's really going to change the crypto market, this is the time to get into it. When no one's talking about it, when it's so inexpensive and so little, it's like, nah, it's not popular. Wouldn't you love to go back when they first introduced Ethereum or any of those things that really exploded? It's the time to do it. And quantum resistance ledger is going to be huge, especially how quantum computing is taking off and continue to grow. Well, got to keep your wallet safe and the crypto market safe. That's where QRL comes into play. So yeah, I'm excited for BTK, and I've still got my miner out there up and running. Even working on a couple other miners. In fact, just found out that the Anyone mainnet just went live last week, I believe it was. They haven't really done any announcements, and they haven't really pushed any of this. But I've given you guys videos on the Anyone network. We've used our Helium miner through the Crank dashboard to start mining Anyone on the testnet. We got a Anyone router and started mining it through the testnet, and it's been working great so far. But now that it's mainnet, things are changing because we're actually earning Anyone tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, not the Sepolia ETH testnet anymore. So there's money to be made out there. Let's see. Oh, I was trying to catch up on the comments. You
Yeah,
got
I was gonna
Curaro
say
at
that. Yeah.
0.23. Nice. Well,
Damn,
wait, I
that's
like that.
really nice.
That's a good deal.
It's like over 10x. It's like 15x
Oh,
now,
yeah.
roughly.
12,
That's a
13x.
good deal
That's a great
indeed.
return. And people still aren't talking about it. So it's still a great time to start getting into it. So,
I feel like
yeah, it's just like
most
the
of the
Anyone. Mhm.
most of the speculation is likely probably coming from how a lot of the Bitcoin is. there's been a little bit of a drama around Bitcoin's quantum resistance, where it's like some hardcore core devs are being like, oh, Bitcoin doesn't need to do any upgrades for quantum resistance, while a whole separate side of the equation has like other core devs being like, no, Bitcoin has to do something towards being quantum resistant because otherwise we just might lose completely, you know. A quantum computer from Google might just come along and just take on complete control of the Bitcoin ledger or something.
Right.
So I'm very sure that's probably part of why things have been looking up so good for QRL recently.
Mhm.
And like a lot of Bitcoiners are likely, changing out their BTC for QRL instead, being like, we just swap it around, wait until things cool off, and then we'll see where we are.
Exactly. So yeah, keep an
Mhm.
eye out for the tech that's changing. Find out what's actually making a difference and what we're going to need going into next year, because that's where you want to be investing now. It's not the stuff that they've already been talking about. It's already pumped,
Mhm.
it's dumped. It's some are still growing, some are still evolving. But if you get in early on the next thing that technology truly needs, like quantitative words are hard today,
Quantum resistant
quantitative
ledger.
resistance ledger. Thank you. That's something we're going to have moving forward. So hey, get into it now. And there's a lot of different things that are out there, different DeFi devices. Most have gone by the wayside. Some still doing pretty well. But it's really one of those where we try to share all the information with you in the DHC Discord. And some of those require you to buy devices. Some you can use hardware you already own. Some you don't have to buy anything. You just have to show up and participate. A lot of different ways to do it. So make sure to follow DHC Discord and always know what's going on because we always try to share it there.
Mhm. Oh, oh yeah, let's see. PTK says he mined a bunch of it back when you could mine it with a normal PC. Smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a
I'm not getting rich on it right now, but it's still running. I'm still collecting a few QRL on a regular basis. It's not a bad deal. So, real
smart.
quick, guys, like I said, for the Anyone router or the Anyone network is live on mainnet. You still can buy a router. They are. Let's see. Switch over to. Wow. Sorry, I am dysfunctional today, guys. I do apologize. Me and my brain are not cooperating. What did I do with the screens? There it is, share screen. Jeez, losing things. Um, so the routers are running $289 from Helium Deploy. Now, I was given one of these to do a review on, and I put the video out. I showed you guys how it works. I even did some videos on how to replace the fan because they had a bad shipment of ball bearings in them. But what I want to do is I want to go back to the grassroots of not just buying devices. So I just ordered 5 Helium hotspots from SenseCap off eBay. Got a screaming deal on. And in the next week or so, I'm going to be ripping those apart, reprogramming them to do anyone routing. But I'm also going to use those Raspberry Pi inside the Helium devices to do some other projects. So keep an eye out for that because you know what? If we've got the hardware, let's find a way to use it and capitalize upon it.
Cool. I mean, that's smart. So I think this is something that I've because I can't get access to a lot of these things since they're all over there. They're not over here. If I did try to get one here, it likely wouldn't work. Or if it did work, it would work really badly. And it would cost me a lot of money in customs to get it here, just to
Right.
begin with. So a lot of these run completely on just like Raspberry Pis, right?
Right.
A lot of like the
Yeah, a
deepest
lot of them
that
are.
we
And
use.
yeah, and
Interesting.
I
So,
even tore. I think I shared with you guys a while back. I even tore a Helium miner apart, ripped out the Raspberry Pi, set it up with Home Assistant smart plugs, and at my mom's house, I made it so when her cell phone rings, it turns on these flashing neon lights in each room. And I did it for like $25 for a set of lights from Amazon and the little case to hold the Raspberry Pi. That's it. Then a little bit of time and just tinkering. So there's a lot of things we could do with hardware we've already got. So even if we haven't ROI'd on our devices, odds are there's going to be a lot of different ways we can still earn with it. So I'm going to be diving more and more into those, going back to the grassroots of figuring out the tech and having fun with that, bringing it to you. Because there's not a lot of exciting things going on right now. We're DCing, we're collecting, we're putting the hardware we have already owned to work, making some money. The next thing is we're looking for the next great tech thing. So got to be up to our neck, swimming through it to be able to find it. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
true, true indeed. And I mean, with stuff like that, they're all Raspberry Pis. And if they're all Raspberry Pis, you can always just reconfigure them, change them out, make them work with whatever new deepen is binding. Like you don't need to go and buy the new deepen device. Like what the N1 router goes for what 480, 450 US, and it's like on special for like
289.
what 200. Yeah, but that's because it's a
Yep.
reduced, right? It's like on sale.
Right.
But like the
Right.
normal
That's
price is
reduced.
four something.
Yeah. Was 450. I'll put the link in the chat in case you want to check it out, or if that's something you want to look at buying. But yeah, right now it's going for 289 on their Christmas sale. But yeah, if I can take a helium miner that's making maybe 3-5 cents a day, and I can put it to work and start earning better returns, absolutely, I'm going to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just the smarter thing to do. And you already have the helium. And for
Right.
people that are maybe watching that will watch your video, it's likely going to be cheaper to buy like some second-hand devices and do the whole process of reprogramming it to work with anyone instead of spending that 280. You might get like 3 devices for 280 instead of one. It's like it just makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Repurpose what you have. Also, if you do have Raspberry Pis, like you don't even need to buy anything.
Exactly. And there's a lot of great things you can do with the Raspberry Pis. And to be honest with you guys, I found a guy selling 7 helium SenseCap miners, including the ownership NFT, and he was asking, what was it, $40 a piece? I think I got him down to $28 a piece. So,
Whoa.
yeah, I got a stack of them on their way for less than $200. Okay, I'm good with this.
You got 7. You got 7 when that would have been 1.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, you
Yeah.
have to check like if you have to do any extra hardware, which would maybe be another cost. But if not, then it's just like software. You'll be good. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can get 7. Oh, on
Should-
that, do they have a limit of how many you can run? Simultaneously.
Yes.
With anyone.
You can have a maximum of 8 behind the single IP address.
Okay. So just like take the other. If you buy like 16, have 8 at your house, go to another person's house and put the other 8 there.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you could get 8 at your house, you pick up, a stack of miners pretty cheap. It's not a bad deal. I mean, I figure I'm getting 7 of them for less than the price of buying an Anyone router. And, the Anyone routers aren't doing bad, honestly, guys. In fact, I'll share with you what mine is sitting at right now. I just took the screenshot earlier today from my dashboard. So my dedicated Anyone router that's been running since Mainnet started has earned, what? I've got 5.92 Anyone tokens that are claimable. Didn't have to stake anything. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not going to make me money. It's going to take quite a bit of time to ROI. So why not find a better way to do it? And that's what I'm going to be releasing here in the next week or two as soon as I get all that figured out.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Should be interesting.
So,
interesting to
it
see
will
the
be.
whole process.
Yeah, it's once I get it figured out, I will definitely be sharing it in the Down Home Crypto Discord. But let's go and run through the last couple things on the crypto space because we got some interesting times tonight. Plus, I've got some big news I want to share with you, but I'm going to wait until everybody is up on stage before I drop the bomb on you guys. So, yeah, well, let's go through this real quick. So, yeah. Alfie, you're in trouble, man. We're going to have to talk
Oh
about
no,
this.
me. It's
Oh,
never
it's
me.
totally.
I'm just saying,
It's totally.
never me. It's never me. My hair says it's not me, so it's not me.
Right. Well, last week, guys, I was not prepared. I did not have my POX update. So to close it out, this week in our POX, we are still earned 48 cents. Not bad. We're still rocking 48 cents pretty religiously. I think we've hit rock bottom on what we can earn a month or a day. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll
Yeah, I
see.
feel like we
Or
have.
that's not a day. That's a week. My bad. So I don't know.
It
I
is a
know
week.
Monsters is building and changing things, and a lot of the changes are coming. So Alpha, when are we going to start seeing these new updates with the Monsters universe?
Okay.
Is that live?
The token. So everything's fully going live the 27th of January. That's when everything will be changing. Will be a DAO. There will be a separate entities. There will be 2 separate entities, a DAO and Monster Labs. Monster Labs will build all the tech, and Monster DAO will be the DAO. Like I think that's simple enough. And we'll change everything to be tokenized. So actually, you could actually go check how much you would get for your POX NFT as of right now using our checker tool.
There's
we
a checker
released the
tool?
there's a checker tool. So we released a tool that will tell you how many Monstro tokens you'll get. at the time of on the 27th of January. So you can
Oh,
use
put a
that.
link in
Check
there.
out what. Let me put it here.
Yeah,
And
I
for
gotta go
anyone
check that
else that
now.
has monster NFTs, you can go check that out too.
Nice. Okay, I
And
got some homework to
I
do
like
apparently.
I got like 1 million NFTs, so it's just like it like did a whole breakdown on like, oh, you're getting this much for this NFT and this much for this NFT. I was like, okay, cool. and then like basically like a little bit of an OG bonus also because I've been since day one. So
Okay.
cool stuff. I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have
This
to dive and do some research, and then probably do a video breakdown, and maybe do a live stream with Various or something. Get him in here and let's have a chat. Let's find out what's going on in the monster universe.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good way to do it. Get all the alpha out of him too, because like his lips have been
Oh.
sealed. Maybe that's we did an AMA, but it was text based, just so that he doesn't leak anything. That's a
Oh, I'll
whole
totally dig
reason
it out
it
of
was
him.
done that way.
I can get Various to crack.
Because he's been getting in trouble for always sharing details he's not supposed to. So they were just like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that today. We gotta do a text that we can tell Venus, hey, watch it.
Yeah, so I'll just make sure that you can't connect, and I will pin him down. It's like, okay, Various, ignore your phone, turn off Discord. It's just me and you chat. It's okay, don't worry. It's just us, buddy. I'll get it at him. Don't you guys worry.
We're gonna be bombing the comments like, hey, quiet.
Well, I'm totally blocking those. Yeah, we're gonna suck it out of him. But yeah. So it has been an interesting week. Not a lot in the crypto space, but I want to make sure you guys were up to date on kind of what's going down. But I say we get this party started. What do you think, Alpha?
I think that's a good idea.
Let's do it.
Before
Okay.
we do,
So,
before we do, I don't know if I'm sure everyone knows of Logan Paul. So apparently, there's a little bit of drama. I love the drama. I'm only getting to talk about
you do.
drama in like 2 weeks again. So it's like, this is the only little bit of drama I got for everyone today.
Okay.
Logan
Lay it
Paul,
on us.
or this company that he co-founded, crypto company, some like trading card thing, whatever, like where you can like buy fractional shares of a trading card. So they promise if you buy fractional shares, whenever the card is sold, you get part of that. So like if the card sells for like 500K and you own 10% in fractional shares, you'll get 10% of that 500K, so 50K.
Right.
They never paid anyone. Never. They never
Never?
paid anyone these shares. Never. And like there was cards that sold for like 5 million. And then Logan Paul, who co-founded, was like, oh no, I had nothing to do with this company. What do you mean? I just funded him a little bit and then I was completely hands-free. I had nothing to do with this company. And yet he has like whole posts and videos and be like, oh, I've started this brand new company. It's going to be revolutionize the world of blockchain. And I'm the co-founder. And I was like, no. Me. What do you mean? I don't even know them. I don't even know what they do. Excuse you.
Oh, I love it. They can quote it on video and promote it and everything else, and then 2 weeks later, nope, didn't know a thing about it. The craziness.
Never heard of it before. Never heard of it before. Excuse you. I was talking about this other company with the same name, clearly.
Totally misunderstood me. Yeah, totally. You know what's funny is Wild Angel does that to me sometimes. Go up to her, we're in the store, and hi, honey, how you doing? She's like, do I know you? It's like, yeah. Remember, I'm like, I don't know, maybe your husband. Yeah. So she does that to me all the time, and I don't know what it's like. How Wild Angel?
How old Angel?
I'm gonna get her.
Really, Serenity?
Oh no. You see, if
She actually does good
looks
at claiming
kill,
me. I don't know why.
If looks could kill, we probably would have had to like get
Oh,
you
yeah.
get you burial
A
sorted
little
by now.
CPR there.
No. Honestly, to be honest with you, Wild Angel, I don't know why you do claim me, especially in public. I wouldn't claim me. Come on.
There are days.
Mm.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
So,
Lots of
how was
good.
your Christmas, dear?
It was a crazy, chaotic marathon. He bounced on, he was an inch from my face and he woke me up like, Merry Christmas, an inch from my face. And it top it all off. I was in one of those weird dreams. And so here was this face. I came straight up out of bed. Oh my God, he is so lucky. Hi, Rose. He is
Hi,
so
Rose.
lucky he just didn't get clocked because he scared the shit out of me. And then I had to lay there for a few minutes to let my blood pressure come down.
I had to leave the room.
Almost whooped someone. Almost whooped someone.
Oh,
Waking
yeah,
up
he
Christmas
almost
morning whooped
died.
ass.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. It was crazy. So how you recovering
Oh,
from that marathon?
I am struggling mentally. There's very little connect. And you think he's bad. Oh my God. I am having trouble counting to 3.
Damn.
I'm struggling.
Oh, have you
One,
been missed
Everything's
like
in repetitions
continuously?
of 3 for this row. And I'm like ending up with 4 and 5 or at 1.7 because I just
how
kept
do you
going.
get 7 from 1 to 3? How does that even work?
Because I just kept going because I disconnected.
Brain disconnected. What you're doing? Your hands are
Wow.
on autopilot. Away you go.
Yeah. I could
basic.
happily sit in the corner and watch paint dry. You know, beige. What a great color today.
I'll paint the
What a
ceiling.
great-
Yeah, we went for the Christmas jump scare. No.
Yeah.
I
Aren't you guys
have
glad
been
you don't
known
live
to
with me?
I have been known to come up swinging when I get woke up like that. He is very, very lucky he was not picking himself up off the floor. And he
This is
knows
true.
better.
Note to self, if we're waking Wild Angel, I come with like a log stick and I just poke her. Stand by the door and just like poke her over there.
Talk to me first. Yep. I always tell everybody, talk to me.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Wild Angel, are you awake?
Yeah. Stand to the other end of the house and yell, and maybe you'll get some life in her.
In
Great to
his
see you,
defense-
Rose.
In his defense, he did have my coffee.
I did make coffee before I went to wake her up.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's
See?
very smart.
Rule of the house.
He knows better.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
think
I
if
get
woke-
hurt
if I
otherwise.
woke up- if I
Yeah.
woke up my fiance, I'd have to wake up with coffee too. Just to
Uh-huh.
be safe. Just to be safe, you know? Because
Yeah.
Quarter to
people-
7. It wasn't even 7 a.m.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely have to wake up with a coffee.
I got to sleep
Definitely.
in though because other people were up at 6.
Ouch.
And then we
I'm taking
didn't
a little-
even finish at my mother-in-law's until we walked out of there at like 11:30 at night.
At night.
Damn.
Like I said, it was a marathon. We are all watching paint dry today.
It was.
it
was
was a
great.
full day.
Oh yeah.
I saw
Well,
one of the
we're glad
games
you're here,
on
dear.
plane. What was it? The cling wrap game. There we go.
Oh
That was
yeah.
interesting.
Saran wrap ball.
That was really interesting. That's like the so you have the ball that's like wrapped, and then you go
Oh,
give
yeah.
it to people, and someone has to like try to get doubles. If they get doubles, then they get it. Is that how
There's
it
a
works?
video
Okay.
Right.
on our
Yeah.
Discord channel for that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It took forever this year.
It was about a 3-hour ball on that, and it gets hostile because, of course, as you're unwrapping, you're hoping the candy or one of the treats will fall out of your piece that you finally found an in for, and that person says doubles, and somebody will take the ball and they'll just hurl it at the next person. In fact,
Oh,
the short
yeah.
I think shows my brother's wife throwing the ball at him. He's like, "Ah, thanks, wife," and then it just gets more and more hostile. And the further you go and the longer you go, and there's candy and chips and toys and prizes and that. It gets flat angry. I mean, there turns into fights. It's a lot of fun, but it is so crazy. It's like, you're cheating. No, you're cheating. You roll doubles. That's not a double. It's like, oh yeah.
I definitely have to do this next year. I'm definitely.
There's a
stealing
whole
that next year.
video
I'm gonna
that-
do it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Just Google it. You'll find the instructions.
I'm happy to help you out. And
Yeah.
Rose says, next time, bring her food. Kiddo has a sign on the door that says, do not disturb unless you bring food. Oh, I like that idea. See, that would work for me, but she doesn't eat breakfast. She just wants coffee. So,
Yeah.
I don't even
yeah,
eat
so-
until like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So
So Wild
Uh,
Angels and my fiance's would be don't wake unless you bring in coffee.
Right.
uh-huh.
Then you're okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
The
Exactly.
other game that we did for Christmas it's actually kind of become something I look forward to is my brother-in-law and his wife. They do something called the right left game. They have a gift for everybody, and it's totally kind of white elephant, where you don't know what it is, but everybody picks one and has it. And then they read this story, and every time they say right, you pass your box. If they say left, you pass it left.
Right.
And it gets like trying to figure out where it's at. And then we started with my mother-in-law because she's the matriarch of the family, and she got to either choose to steal somebody else's box, not knowing what any of them were, or she could open hers. And the next person could choose to steal hers or open the one they've got.
Right.
And then when we finally get all the way around, the first person gets to decide if they want to keep what they've got or steal something from somebody. And if a present has been stole twice, it's out of the rotation. Nobody else can steal it again. I ended up with a Minion hot air popper. It's kind of cute.
And I
It's
got
kind
a
of cute.
giant tin of cookies.
Jeez.
Bunch of
That's
cookies.
not cookies.
It is a lot.
That is sewing supplies. That is sewing supplies. How dare you call that cookies?
Sewing
Sewing
All the
supplies.
sewing
I
These are
supplies
dumbass.
goes in there. Sewing.
It's
There
still
is all the
sealed.
sewing.
Oh yeah, I had to check. Well,
So yes,
they might have actually changed it and filled it with coal. I don't know. I haven't actually opened it yet, so maybe I should. So, well, I'm glad you had a great Christmas. Let's go ahead and get everybody else up here and get this party rocking. So, I know
Yeah.
we got people hiding backstage. So, Mr. Cyril here has joined us today. Cy, how you doing, my man?
Hello, hello,
Hi, Sai.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
How was your
That's right.
Christmas?
It was good. It was relaxing. We were gonna do a little family dinner, with the father and everything like that. But unfortunately, the stepmother was not feeling well, and he didn't want anyone to get sick. So we all thought it was best to postpone it. So cross our fingers, hoping she feels better soon. And we're looking forward to getting together like next weekend.
Perfect. Well, I'm sorry she wasn't feeling good, and that kind of threw a damper on it. But sounds like you had a good, relaxing Christmas, so that's awesome. I'm coming to your
Yeah.
house next year.
Yeah, we like keeping it low
Right.
key.
That's a good thing.
Man.
everyone nice and relaxed.
As-
Go to size.
As put together as we were this year, there was only a couple gifts that didn't show up on time. And I blame that on Trump because of no mail on Wednesday,
Yeah, it's his fault.
because he called it federal on both sides holiday on all 3 days. I blame that on him. Anyway,
Oh, interesting.
as put together as we were, it was so much more of a marathon this year. I
Thanks,
don't,
'cause we were
I
too put
don't
together.
get it. I think so.
So we got too wound up in the party side because we didn't have to do the chaos side of getting ready. So I don't know. Maybe a little bit of chaos is good. So anyway, we got one more person hiding backstage, Mr. Nexus himself. How you doing, Nexus, my man?
Good. Best as I can be.
Nice.
Cool.
How was your Christmas?
I spent it crisis managing and trying to keep people on the brink from leaping off the canyon. It was trying, but that's how I spent it. And honestly, I don't know if I would want to spend it any other way.
Yeah. I think I could think of some better ways to spend it personally.
Yeah, it'd be more fun, more enjoyable, more party, but as far as doing the most good that I can do in this world, sacrificing some time on some holidays was not the biggest sin, in my
Right.
opinion.
No, absolutely. And I try to spread as much as I can before Christmas and try to dedicate my time to family. But man, my hat's off to you. If you're trying to save people on Christmas Day from taking that big leap off the cliff or just dealing with the trauma and the stress, That's awesome. My hat's off to you, brother.
Yeah, I had like 6 calls overall between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, on average of about 3.5 hours each, and about half of those were dealing with somebody who was in crisis, like on the brink.
Oh,
Man. Well,
There's
my hat's
a lot
off
of
to you, brother.
despair out here, but I'm
Yeah,
trying
there
to
is.
keep people held up.
And, that's why I went out just before Christmas, because there is so much despair out there. And, guys, when I start talking about things like Project Duck Depression or how I support all these different moves that I do, I want to show you just some of my adventures, because I went out day before Christmas Eve with a pocket full of ducks, and I started bombing everywhere. I went through the Albertsons, went through the grocery store, dropped them at the salad bar, so much as I even put them in some of the displays. And my son actually took a picture of this later and said, "Hey, Mom, look what I found at the store." And she responded with, "Yeah, that was your dad." But even found some people that
Great.
don't usually smile during the Christmas season and made sure they got a little bit of duck love. So, yes, I did duck bomb a police car. And if I get arrested, you guys will know why.
yeah, but when you came out,
The duck was gone and his window was half down. So either somebody else stole it or he got his duck. So hopefully it went to a good cause.
That's the man, officer. Right there.
I had to go by the pharmacy Christmas Eve, and I went through drive-through because I'll be damned if I was going in that store. And so I put my card in, and I put a handful of ducks in the little drawer. She goes, "What are those for?" I said, "Did it make you smile?" She says, "Yeah." Kind of like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And I said, "Well, that's what it was for." And it was like such a foreign concept. I said, "Thank you guys for being here. Do me a favor, share." And I gave a handful to the
Aw.
guy at Dutch Bros and told him he needed to share with all the other broistas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Here." Oh, and by the way, they glow in the dark.
Oh, they do? That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I don't know if those ones do,
No.
but the ones I bought actually glow
Mhm.
in the dark. My entire office has been duck bombed again. And they have little Christmas hats on them. So it was nice, even in amidst all the chaos, spreading some ducks around and making sure people smile.
That's awesome. I love it.
So it was great. So I appreciate you. And I made sure to tell anybody who's like, "What is this?" Tell them all about Project Duck Depression and where to find you.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it's something that anybody can do anywhere, right? Globally, and that's the nice thing about it. We're all here to just remind everyone that we're all connected and we're all going through, tough times too,
And
Exactly.
I'm sending a bag of ducks to Thailand. My nail
Oh.
tech is going to Thailand. And I'm like, I dropped a present off for her, and I even texted her. I said, "Hey, I left a bag of ducks on your station." I said, "Take them with you. Spread the ducky love. Send me some pictures." Because Project Duck Depression is going international.
I love it.
Love it.
So, yeah, gotta spread the positivity, and that's one thing we always try to do here at DHC is keep things positive, keep things upbeat. But this is where it's time to give a big announcement, because not always is things upbeat. And I know a lot of you out there are fighting battles, and you're looking for knowledge, you're looking for education, and sometimes you just may not have the time, the energy, or even feel the positivity here, like on Freaky Fridays. So, this is where I've got to let you guys down gently. As I said, this is the last Freaky Friday of 2025. However, some of you might be very surprised to find out this is going to be the last Freaky Friday for a while. Because in a conversation with Wild Angel, who is the CEO of Down Home Crypto, talking with Sai, talking to Alpha, talking to a lot of the community members and the people who help make this show possible, we've decided that, we've grown kind of stagnant. We'd love to have you here, but our content really isn't getting the growth and the response that we're looking for. So instead of keep trying to fight an uphill battle, exhausted and tired as we are, we're going to take a step back. We're going to take a break. We're going to regroup, recharge, come up with some new ideas, some new strategies, because we want to make sure that all the information, all the positivity we put out there gets to as many people as humanly possible. So sadly, this is going to be the last Freaky Friday for a while. Now, will it be gone forever? Not likely. Will it come back as a Freaky Friday? Don't really know. We're going to put all our brains together and we want your input. So make sure to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Share your thoughts, your ideas. How can we do this better? How can we reach more people? And how can we work to make this world a better place?
Because one idea can spark another, can spark another. And from those sparks, something magical can truly happen. I was telling that to Alpha in Discord earlier. And so every idea we can get just helps us give you what you need. So please give us some ideas. What do you want to see? Do you want more step-by-step videos? Do you want more just hangouts? So yeah, just let us know.
Absolutely. And you're right, Rose, new year, new beginnings. And that's what we want to do. We've been doing Freaky Friday for over 2 years now. That's a long time to do anything. And
Especially
so
in this
we want to
space.
make sure. Yeah. Especially when you're talking crypto or content creation, anything like that. 2 years to keep the same stream going over and over. Most TV shows don't last that long. So I'm pretty proud of us. Proud of the reach we've had, the audience, and the community we've built. And make no mistake, we're not done building. We're just going to make it better. But to do that, we do have to take a step back. So once you stick with us, make sure you're in DHC, make sure you're in Ageless Grove, all the different communities that we support, we grow, because we're going to be coming out even stronger and better the next time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
definitely
still
be
here. We're
coming
just
back.
going back to our roots.
Yeah, I
So,
think that's understandable. Like, I mean, yeah, a lot of shows get canceled after the pilot season, right? 2
Right.
years is a good run for something, but if the analytics and metrics are showing that it's not really what people are looking for, then it's time to adjust, right?
Right.
Plain and simple.
Exactly. And, I was very devastated having this conversation with each of you. And, Sai, I got to say thank you, man, because I've been through this once with you. You and I discussed Rags to Riches, and we decided, okay, we did the full season. So I kind of knew how to do it. And I realized we could do even better the next time. And so, the fact that you're still here on this journey with us and a part of all this is amazing. So thank you, brother, for always being there.
Oh, of course. I like good people, and you all are good people.
oh, thanks, Sai. We love you guys. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely. So I'm sorry, what were you saying, Alpha, before I cut you off? I apologize, buddy. You forgot, huh?
Yep.
I had it, I lost, it's gone. Okay. Okay. So yes, I know that may not be the upbeat news you guys are looking for, but that's the honest news. And that's what we want to share with you always. Honest education, and we're in the trenches with you. So stick with us, we're gonna have some fun. So of course, this is the last Friday. Pause. Time it.
I think I was
Yeah.
saying we're definitely coming back, and we'll come back with something interesting. Because
Oh, yeah.
now we get a chance to go back to the drawing board, find something cool, something new, something maybe people haven't seen, or maybe we just haven't seen. So it'll be fun. It'll be a whole new kind of direction, which is always fun.
The great thing is, we will always stay just as crazy. Have no fear.
Oh,
Yep.
oh yeah.
Thank you, Rose. We
Maybe
love
if
you
the
too,
cool
my
gets
dear.
crazy, it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah. God no, I'm not getting sane. There's no way.
Oh God, no. That's not possible.
Wait, is that a good
No.
thing or bad? I think I was just insulted.
I'm not sure.
Eh.
I'm not sure.
It's true.
Both. Maybe both.
Probably both. So yes, this is the last Friday of 2025, and so I don't do kind of a recap of what really jumped out at 25, the good, the bads, what stands out, what to avoid, what to do more of next year. So what do you guys think? If you had to pick one event that occurred this year that really stood out as the shining light of what we want to continue into next year, what would it be? Come on, it wasn't all bad, guys. Give me some ideas here.
Well, no, I mean it's just a lot to try to recall. It's
Right.
you're throwing a pretty heavy question out, and then asking
Yeah.
people to narrow it down to one, right? Like
Right.
that's
Mhm.
how do you do that? How do you narrow it down to one when every moment is just as interconnected with the next? One leads and influences the other. You can't narrow it down to a single frame any more than you could sum up the extended director's cut edition of Lord of the Rings: The Twin Towers with a single frame of Frodo
sentences.
staring off into the distance.
Exactly. And
I got a Tom Waits quotation.
Yeah.
It might sum
well,
it up.
you know, you're exactly right, Si. And that's one thing. That's one reason why I did it that way, because I know it was a loaded question. There's no way to answer it. But the reason I wanted to throw that out at you guys is because so many of us focus on that one negative event back in January 12th. I said this wrong thing to the wrong person, and you let that affect the entire year. Sometimes we got to let things go, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes we've got to stop focusing on just the events of the past and realize it's just a piece of the puzzle. So, man, so I'm glad you pronounced that way, because too many people, I think, ponder over the negativity of their past, and they let it hold them back.
Agreed, but I want to hear that Tom White quote. Nexus is
Yeah.
thinking of that sums
Tom
it up.
Waits. Tom Waits is a brilliant folk singer-songwriter. Wrote a lot of classic songs that other people covered, but has a distinct voice and a distinct sound when he sings. He once said, "Don't plant your bad days. They grow into weeks. The weeks grow into months, and before you know it, you got yourself a bad year. Take it from me. Choke those little bad days. Choke them down to nothing." I
like that.
A little bit of a
That
rebel.
was good. That was
Yeah,
really
I love
good,
it.
Nexus.
Yeah,
I know
love
there's
that
been
type
a-
of stuff.
That is cool. There have been a lot of challenges this year, but you know what I think is the coolest thing is having overcome those challenges. It's not planting the weeds. I grew past those challenges. Had a colleague at work that I could not communicate with. Went to some training, came back, went, aha, hi. We started off on a bad foot. Let's start over. I didn't know I could do that. I found out I could, and I did. And things are collaborative now instead of butting heads. So it was something I was dreading going to work every day because I had to deal with this. And then one little kernel from a training changed everything. I mean, it's been little things like that all year. Something's driving me nuts. And then something pops up over here, and it's like, oh, I can apply that. And poof, the challenge is gone. You kick it in the teeth, send it on its way, and rise to the occasion. So that's what I want to hold on to for my year and carry it forward. I'm wrestling with schedules and hoping I get a second interview. And so I'm ending my year going, please. But we'll see what happens. And regardless, I will rise to that occasion.
The
Good for
best
you. So-
chapters are the ones that end with a cliffhanger that leave you hungry
Right.
for the next one. So enjoy the cliffhanger, savor it,
Right?
and then dive into the next chapter and continue writing
Right.
it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's funny how a shift in perspective can make an earlier large problem seem so small. In hindsight, can it not?
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
who knew I could say, can we start over? I didn't know I could say that as a lead. Or, potentially moving into a supervisor position. I didn't know I could say that because my manager role models were, you will do this my way. If you don't like it, tough shit. I found a better way. And it's cool. But yeah, it's a shift in perspective. Alpha, have you had any of those this year?
I likely have, but I've forgotten them. I don't tend to go on like I'll try I'll work through things and then just like okay, it's worked through now. I'm not gonna think about it anymore.
Gotcha.
Like there's always so many other things to take note of. Like there's these things that I could put that energy into, and I want to do that. So I'm always trying to look at the next thing. Always trying to find the next thing that I can have shiny syndrome for and focus on that. Spend a little time on trying to figure out new things. Like I mean, recently started doing the ducking around with my friend Lost Snow. Started out as a X space, and then we were like, let's take this live. Let's do it. Let's do live streams instead and see how that goes. And that's been going interesting. And then I think it was like after the second one, I was like, you know what? Let's try doing an interview with someone, and we did that, and that went great. So it's like, just for me, it's just more like trying to find new things to do and focusing on that, which is just working out pretty nicely. I think it's
Awesome.
also being nicer. Yeah, I can be very
Be
nice,
nicer.
but I've tried to be a little nicer to people, especially like when I'm like, oh man, okay, I get what you're saying, but like I don't really agree. But let me first acknowledge that you said this, and then depending on how you respond to that, we'll see if I must be nice or if I must be mean. Because if someone gets defensive, I'm immediately going to throw hands. If they get, if they take the advice and be like, okay, like, I rock with you. You're solid. You took the advice and we went over with it. And it's been really fun because now I'm finding a lot of like projects or teams where I'll maybe ask a question and they'll give like detailed response. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Because those kinds of people, they're going to be the kinds of people where if you're asking like details, they're going to give you those responses. They're not going to shy around it, try to find a reason not to respond or just like ignore the question. And I love that. That is so nice. Maybe one of them will be a guest on an interview. That would be nice.
There you go. See, and I'm actually waiting for Nexus to start doing interviews. So Nexus, when you could have the whole drama interview to let us know what's going on in the back scene, and I can see you as one of those broadcasters, like we're here live talking to the man who just stole $10 million.
Oh man, yeah, no, I wish I could get that close to the bad guys most of the time. Honestly, the closest I've come lately to like actually talking / engaging a bad guy, besides audits where the bad guys are still talking, right? They're still part of the equation, still participating, etc., etc. Outside of those equations, the closest I've actually come is, and I can actually comfortably talk about this publicly, there's a gentleman by the name of Jarrett Dunn who just got sentenced to 6 years in jail plus time served for stealing approximately $2 million worth of Solana from Pump Fun. Now, that's a really, really interesting and complicated case. He was kind of super rushed through the prosecution, and the jury was not actually allowed to see or hear from him almost at all. So there's arguments and appeals on order, but I think the man himself was a bit too mentally ill to actually fight this. So he pleads guilty in the United Kingdom, which is a very unique and interesting thing because the man himself, I believe, is an American national. So there's a bunch of it involves Pump Fun. There's international drama, and while all of the actual hacking was going on, because this guy basically used an internal exploit that he had inside information, he had inside knowledge of how Pump Fun worked, so he used an exploit. Now, I'm usually not the first, I'm not one of the last people to defend someone using an exploit. But I'll be honest, guys, I think this guy is psychotic when he exploited the protocol. I actually don't think he was thinking rationally, because what he did with the money was airdrop it to 100,000 Solana wallets. He didn't keep the money. He just gave it away to the whole community. So
So he
that's
did a Robin Hood thing.
he absolutely pulled a Robin Hood. And things are really, I look at this a little gray, because some of the question is, well, did he take that money from the like Solana community? Did he take it from liquidity pools? No, guys. He didn't take any of the community's money. He took basically pump fun destined Solana. He exploited a loophole and he took Solana that was destined for pump fun and then just blasted it all over the Solana network. And
Wow.
when a lot of people who were like big pump fun stands came out and were like, it's screwed up, you can't do that, that's criminal. He came out and he wrote a bunch of honestly fairly unhinged posts in response, where he sort of described some of what he felt was criminally going on at Pump Fun. Again, this is just one insider's allegations. His allegations were next level. And at the time all this drama went on, I reached out to him and he went back and forth with me in DMs about philosophy and ethics. This was sort of how I knew that this guy was not well. Like brother, you just stole money from one of the biggest businesses on Solana. I don't know if this is the time to be thinking about philosophy, but yeah, that was a really, really crazy situation. And I actually wrote him again when I read his sentencing documentation, because they effectively were accusing him of just being a rank and file thief. Like he all he did was steal, and he profited from it, and all of this other stuff. And
where's the profit though? If he gave it all back to Solana.
That's what I'm saying. Like this whole event was very public, and everyone was watching on chain when this hack happened earlier, like during the big Pump Fun run. So when this occurred, it was all transparent. Like he did it basically in a Discord somewhere. He was even live streaming the airdrop. Like the guy couldn't have been more transparent. Like it was wild. I'll be honest, I followed it because I loved the story of it. I wasn't exactly rooting for any party. I wasn't rooting for him. I wasn't rooting for Pump Fun. I kind of just was enthralled with the drama of it all. But it didn't occur to me until I actually wrote to the man that he might genuinely be mentally ill, that he might have had some sort of break with reality and made a decision that he otherwise wouldn't have made. And then in response to that, he made even crazier decisions, and that's how we got here.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Then at the same time, if he gave it all away, you got to ask, is he really broken, or is he just doing the Robin Hood? He's just that good. He's willing to pay the price for it. It's like, man, I know a lot of people got wrecked on Pump Fun. So
yes,
that's a tough one.
That's where I've wrestled with the ethics on this, and jury in my head personally is still out. And I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of other people are like, "Oh, I thought he was just a thief." And I go, well, actually, it's a little more complicated. If he just like yeeted everyone's liquidity and community members lost money, and he kept it, then yeah, maybe he might be a thief. But that wasn't what he did. He exploited a function, redirected money that would have otherwise been basically leaving the network and been sold to buy Alan Cohen another yacht. He just airdropped it all to the Solana community, who I'm sure just gambled most of it away. But
best it could be described as embezzlement, right, or misappropriation of company funds. It shouldn't be labeled the same as theft. But here's what it tells you, right? When they steal your money, the feds don't give a shit. When they steal a company's money, they're thrown in jail and labeled a theft, even if they didn't actually keep the money and they gave it back to you.
Yeah, and that's what makes
the money
this
to the
super
people.
nuanced.
Yeah. So he just took the money from the company, gave it back to the people that the company was stealing it from to begin with. So, man, I don't even know how you would classify that one.
It's not like he had to work real hard to grab like every wallet that lost money from the blockchain. on Solana that interacted with PumpFun. Like that data set is queryable on Dune by like 20 different people who've made that query.
Wow.
Like all of those addresses, all that data is basically already sorted, ready, and available for everybody. And it has been for ages.
Damn. You need to do that with all the big companies.
Time for me to check all of my old Solana wallets just to make sure that maybe he can airdrop some of that to me.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like I got a couple of those trading wallets. I wonder where those are. Do I still have them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember what his qualifications were. I know in the beginning there were a few people who would be like, "Hey, yo, Stack," because his nickname was Stack Overflow. They'd be like, "Yo, Stack, send me some soul. I need to get some food. Buy me some dinner, bruh." And then you send him like, "Here's $25. Have a cocktail on me." Like, he did a lot of random stuff like that early on, and then I think he was just like, "No, I'm sick of this. I don't want to keep answering y'all's emails. We're just gonna blast it out."
Dude, that's crazy. And the
That is
whole year's
crazy.
been crazy. You know, we've had a lot of interesting things going on in the world, and whether it's politics, religion, warfare, crypto, everything is insane. Am I the only one who feels this is one of the craziest years that I've been alive for? Or is that just me being nuts?
It's nothing
A
but
lot of things, yeah, it's crazy, but I have to emphasize it's not a crazy that our country and our people haven't seen before. Like we've been here before. We've been here for new technology reshaping things. We've been here for economic turmoil. We've even been here for the Roaring 20s. It's just that we're roaring about 10 times harder than the last one.
We do. We roar a lot louder. Now, Alpha, down in South Africa, have you guys seen just as much turmoil and craziness all worldwide, or is that just us in the U.S. that notices more of that?
Oh, are
You're
you
muted,
muted, bro?
Alpha.
Shoot.
There you
we
go.
go.
You're good. We hear you now.
Try that again.
I mean, we definitely see the craziness, but let me just put it like this. We had the country in a state where we were at the point of a civil war, and you know what we did? Make jokes about it.
Had a barbecue?
We made a joke about it. We had barbecues. We had get-togethers. We memed it. That's just how we are. All we do is meme everything. So it's like, even though we'll see all the craziness, we'll hear the craziness, we'll experience it. You know what we're gonna do? Meme it. So, you know, it's just like we can't be serious.
Like, honestly,
That's funny.
I'm disappointed that the Schizo posters talking about Three Eye Atlas like didn't or like don't have aliens coming, because I kind of wanted to see the memes if they were right about Three Eye Atlas being an alien ship and not just an asteroid going through our system very, very strangely.
I was waiting for it. There was a lot of articles hinting about propulsion. Oh, it changed direction. Did this? I was waiting for the aliens. I can't anytime now.
Yeah, no,
Anyhow.
but it already passed. That was on the what was it, 17th, I think, when it had its closest approach to Earth, and nothing happened.
Yeah, no phaser beams. I was very disappointed. But you know, part of me really thinks that with all the drama going on in the world and the government, and all that, a lot of it was big media trying to tell people to look up. I don't know if we talked about the movie Don't Look Up before. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's absolutely hysterical the way it works. But to me, that was kind of like the opposite. It's telling everybody in the world, please look up. Don't look around at what's actually going on in your world, because we're screwing your shit up, guys. That's how it felt.
Yeah, no argument there. There's, what was it, on record in some declassified data dump about, what was it, Project Bluebeam or something like that. And you see the Schizo posters also talking about they're gonna stage like a alien first contact to redirect people, ship things. Who knows? But here's the thing, guys. Like, due to the way that space and physics works, unless you're like folding and pinching it, like you're not going to travel those kind of distances.
And if you
So
are,
we
you
were
need
aliens.
time dilation. Like in Alien, they travel in cryo, which dilates time.
Unless, of course, the aliens left and they were on their way and they just didn't make the journey. So yeah, that's a ship just on autopilot. Came through, nobody hit the stop button.
Or when they looked at Earth 130 million years ago, and they're like, "Oh, those dinosaurs look pretty cool. I want to go pet them. Can I go pet that dog?" And then they got here, and they're like, "Oh crap, what the hell?" And so they just kept on going.
Yeah.
Right?
It was gonna be a
They
great
decided-
vacation spot. Then they showed up and said, "Dude, the humans fucked it all up. We're all going home. Screw you people."
Yep.
It's like when you
I
get to
can
the
see
beach
that.
and you realize it was a tourist destination. And there's trash everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Broken glass. It's like, no, we're not stopping. No. I gotta ask, if you were an alien race and you looked from Earth with all these crazy people and all the psychotic and the bombs, would you even bother to stop or even go in that direction? Or would you just like turn your ship like, no, we're switching the Milky Way, we're headed that way?
Left turn at Albuquerque. Because I don't want to go there anymore.
I mean, relatively speaking, when you pass a pack of animals on the side of the road or something like that, you keep on driving, right? Like you're not stopping and saying like, "Yo, bro, like here's some civilization." You continue on your merry way. There's such a difference when it comes to levels of technology for interstellar travel. Like, I mean, I'm sure they would recognize the fact that we're conscious and intelligent. If you're at that point, you've recognized that a lot of the universe is. So, I don't know, just spitballing.
I mean, yeah.
I think they
I-
did
I
a
feel
drive-by,
like,
rolled down their window, looked out, and said, "Oh hell no, keep driving," and that was it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
what
a
I
big
think they
believer
changed-
in the Kardashev scale.
In the what?
The
Kardashev
Kardashev scale.
Yes.
Not familiar with that off the top of my head.
So
I
some
got
guy,
you.
I think it
Oh no, Alpha's got you.
Kardashev scale. Let's just go there. So someone invented this kind of scale for civilization, and he quantified that civilizations can have seven different levels, if I recall correctly. Type 1,
Mhm.
type 2, type 3, type 4, all the way up to type 7.
Mhm.
So if you're a type 1 civilization, you have complete control over your local star, your energy source, which would be the sun for us. So we're not at that point where we
That's
can
not us.
take all the power of the sun. So that would make you type 1 civilization. Type 2 would be control of the whole, let's say we had complete control over all the planets in our solar system, all the way up to like
Yeah.
Pluto and whatever. We're not there yet either. Type 3
Pluto's
would be
not a
like the
planet
ultimate-
anymore.
Yeah, the
Definition
idea
changes.
is that it's and the K scale in particular, for sure, the K scale has been sort of adjusted over the years to be a little bit more in line with what Earth is can
Mhm.
achieve and is reasonable for us to achieve. So we tend to think of it less as being level 0 to 7 and more like -3 to 4 would be about
we are
more
where?
accurate. We're about -1.
We got a ways to go. Gotcha.
Yeah,
If you
we
go
got
by
a
the
ways to go.
original- I think
But
with the
essentially-
original scale,
Yeah,
it's with the original. I think we would have been like 0.7 or something like that. So
Yeah.
we still got a ways to go.
yeah, we're by my philosophical measures, we're between -2 and -1, somewhere thereabouts, as far as consumption versus production. But the way we think of K scale is in terms of pure raw energy output, not what's consumed, but what is outputted, what is taken in. And you were considered to essentially be an ascendant interstellar civilization philosophically if you can capture and use the energy of a star, which is a lot more energy than we are able to capture or use right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not ascended.
We're still in insects.
We're not the Asgard.
Not yet.
No, we're still floating around in our local gravity well, right? Our
Right.
little spot
Yeah.
of quantum entropy. We haven't figured out how to breach the divides between the pockets of quantum entropy. We haven't traveled across the larger entanglement.
Thanks
Yeah.
for looking that up
Yeah.
for me, by the way, Alpha. I appreciate that.
So
And this
now
is-
we take that, eh? You were traveling through multiple like galaxies. On which scale are you? 5, 4, 6? Why would you come to Earth and be like, oh yeah, these people seem reasonable?
That's like a third world country to us.
Yeah, when we look down at ants and we like, oh, aren't you primitive with your queen and your little tribal structure fighting over scraps and crumbs that you can all take home and breed with? We look down at them, and that's ideally how a type 4 to 7 civilization would look at us. They're passed by like, oh, isn't that quaint? A bunch of bald, mostly watery monkeys in a jar.
Essentially, I mean, like I said, you're not stopping for the little colonies of animals that you see out in the forest, unless you're trying to pet them, like my darling wife would likely be.
Yeah, I'd be right, Rose. I'd be right there trying to pet him too, because I'd love to pet a kangaroo. Except they punch.
Yes. But in the act of cosmically petting a lesser species, have you interfered with its development? More on
Or a
the
koala bear.
2700th season of Star Trek.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, here's
The
the
prime
thing.
directive.
I believe it was Sweden earlier this year passed, or was it Germany? I don't remember. I'd have to double check. But one of the European countries actually passed a law stating that all animals should be classified as sentient and treated as accordingly. So like humans are slowly starting to catch up. It's just very, very backwards here in the US right now. To find any sort of enlightenment at this point, you pretty much have to look outward. Or try to spark it here, because there's a lot of people and places that have those values and are trying to build that sort of thing. But in order to do that, we all have to be mindful of our own choices, but especially moving forward into the new year. Because we vote, we decide, society is an outward reflection of the choices of the people living within it, right? So let's all try to choose a little better. And I know everyone's like, oh, it's just one thing, it's just this, it's just that. Well, yeah, every little thing makes a difference. Yeah, in all the time travel movies, they're worried about, oh, now don't step on that bug, you might alter the course of everything. But you're not worried about what you could do today? Like,
It's ripples. It's all ripples.
it all coalesces. Every push and pull has an effect on the field. And if you get enough people pushing and pulling, as quantum mechanics teaches us, that increases the energy of that wave you're making, and it will pass through the field and it will start transferring to other aspects of the universe, right? Like, that's how it kind of all works.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be negative things. It could be good things too. You do the same thing with Project Dark Depression, with saying please and thank you, just spreading kind word. You can spread joy as well as negativity. And I think that's one thing we need to do is this year we need to shift that, because we're so focused on the negative and fearful of what we could do wrong. How about what we could do right? Let's put more energy into that.
I had a situation over Christmas, or right before Christmas. Something kind of profound happened. Not going to get into details, but I had the opportunity to make it better for other people because of what happened. And I struggled with it a little bit, trying to figure out how to turn that negative into a positive. But I did. Does it change how I feel about what happened? No, not really. However, it still puts a spin on it. And maybe that spin will get bigger as time goes on. But right now it's a pretty small spin in my brain. But, maybe it'll get bigger and eventually change how I perceive the situation. But So yeah, all those little things. I dropped some pebbles in a river and made some ripples, and I hope those ripples grow.
Every choice could change the waveform of the field I am within.
I try to plant the good days and choke the bad ones.
Yeah.
Sometimes best way to deal with them, man. And a lot of this wisdom, a lot of this knowledge, guys, this is stuff we've shared with you. And if you want to go out and learn more and actually go down that journey and really start changing things, you can always check out Sai's new book called Alternativism. Now, Sai, this is the first of a series of how many books?
Well, it'll be 10 by the time I'm done. Okay, so let me explain briefly. I will briefly explain. Book 2 is the one that I wrote first. I wrote that one about 2 years ago. I started working on book 3 right after that. However, I looked at it and I was like, what's a better way to, do a synopsis of everything and try to cram it into like a small primer that people could digest a little bit easier than 9 additional novels of, how things should work, right? So that's kind of what the first one is. So I put that one together, and that's why that one's a lot shorter. And book 2 and 3 are a lot thicker. Book 3 is actually available now. I kicked that link over to you, I believe, earlier. But that's the main key one. You're not going to need to run to Google every 5 seconds to try to figure out what some quantum theory or neuroscience research means. So Alternativism, the Quantum Society, like that's the one that breaks it all down. And everything that we've all talked about, stuff that's gone through discussion up here and in Discords and conversations I've had with Nexus over in Wolves of Alt Street, like it's all stuff that gets addressed in the 3rd volume, Quantum Society, because it talks about like what things should be.
Exactly. I love how Nexus is laughing hysterically over there.
No, that
Well,
was
there
the
was
only
a
thing I
comment
was
before
doing.
that.
There was a joke. I made
there it
an
is.
actual
I missed it,
joke
sorry.
because Cyril gave a very eloquent and detailed explanation of why he wrote book 2 first. So I had to make the joke. Okay.
That is true. That is true. And I mean, book 2, like I said, it was my research thesis, and it was the ground upon which everything else was built. And the book 3, it's kind of the culmination of like 13 years of like mental gymnastics and systems thinking design. But at the end of it, I was able to get those ones out. Book 4, it's going to be a while, because I'm still writing it, and these take time. But at the end of it, there'll be 10.
Nice.
Wow. I'm impressed,
And-
Sai. I need
Absolutely.
to either order one so I can actually read it, because he won't share.
No, no,
That one's going in the box.
it's mine. Yeah.
It's going in a
That-
special
that-
box.
Even I'm not reading this one. I'm ordering one. Yes. Now the Christmas is over, and I waited because I didn't want to get one unwrapped at Christmas. I was worried about that. It's the only reason I haven't ordered him yet. But now that it's day after Christmas, we're going shopping tonight because I'm getting me a book, so I'm going to start reading. I've been dying to read it, and I can't.
Yeah, we don't need another Nutcracker incident.
No.
Well, I appreciate that. And, the PDFs are there on Down Home Crypto for anyone who wants to check out it. And don't forget that. And if you do pick up one, I would say ultimately the one that you're probably going to enjoy the most is Volume 3, The Quantum Society. And that's the one that's available now. The one that Serenity shared, the QRL, or sorry.
That one.
Yeah, that code, QR code. That's the phrase I'm looking for. That one, like I said, it might be a little harder to enjoy, but it teaches a lot of things very rapidly. So that one you might be running to Google a lot for. But
It's
book
a
3,
difficult short read. It's a short read. I read it in an afternoon, but it was very challenging.
Also, you did read it.
Of course I read it.
Oh, Nexus can read?
Thrilled.
I was wondering. Nexus,
I
would you
can
teach me to read?
even write and edit. I know, it's astounding.
Really?
Dude, you got me beat.
That's not what I meant. I'm always just thrilled to hear when someone actually, reads the ramblings of my mind. Like it's nice to hear, and hopefully you enjoyed it.
If I recall, I helped give you notes along the way when some of the passages sounded a bit too woo-woo. and the final product is much more science and much less woo-woo.
Is that a technical term, Nexus? Woo woo.
It is actually a technical term in anthropological circles. It refers to
Fair
any
enough.
time that basically a cult of personality invokes some sort of supernatural or beyond scientific understanding type of
Got it.
forces that guide
Woo-hoo.
anything. Woo woo.
Essentially, I was trying to
Fun to say.
use analogies that a lot of people would already get. Yes,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. That's the one a lot of people, I believe, would really enjoy. So
Cool.
But we got to have the base, the understanding background of the first one, right? To actually
No,
progress
no,
through
no.
the series. No, okay.
no, you don't have to. Yes, each book does build off of principles in the priors, but that's primarily between book 2 and book 3, right? When
Okay.
kind of building off each other. But again, book 2 is more about you, right?
Okay.
It's in your mind and how society influences it and the mechanisms about that and how you can shape them yourself. Book 3
I
is
describe book 2 like you're auditing your own mind and self, but without Scientology needing tens of thousands of dollars a week from you. It's quite.
yes, no fees.
Perfect. We like that.
Yeah. But yeah, and three, that's the one that I think you guys would really enjoy because it's a lot of the things
Cool.
that we talk about. So
Okay. Well, eventually going to read them all once get to that point. But I'm going to go down the path. I'm going to start at book 1 and work my way through it, because that way I'm not always later in the series. I will at least have a background understanding of what we're talking about before I get there. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I don't know.
Never mind.
That's
I
fair.
found it.
that's totally fair. I just want to warn you, like book 1, it's kind of like a very intense short experience, right? It's kind of like a shooting star, but if you want to catch the aurora, check out book 3.
Got it. Okay. I want it all.
I read it once
Oh.
myself, and then I booted it up, the PDF at least. I booted the PDF up in Mozilla, and then I had an artificial intelligent LLM read it to me.
Hey, whatever works, man. As long as
yeah.
you're growing, and that's one of the most important things as we move into a new year and stuff is keep growing, because that's one thing that we get stagnant. We get comfortable in our position, and I gotta say, comfortability is one of the scariest things out there, because that's when you don't grow. That's when time goes by so fast. Like last year flew by. Why? Because you were comfortable. You didn't try new things. You didn't risk new things. You didn't grow. So of course, time flies by.
There's
Yeah.
something about quantum wisdom being read to me by an Australian woman that's just beautiful. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
There's
That's
something wrong with
funny.
you, man.
You'll have to tell me which one you use so I can do an audio capture or something and do like an audiobook version for number 3, because like that one is a much longer one. So most people these days can't really sit down for that long to read a book with the craziness of life. They like to listen to it in bits on the go in their
Yeah,
car
and on the
driving to work.
Firefox PDF reader, you can set the reading pace too, so you can have the voices read it faster or slower, like at whatever's comfortable. I've
Ooh.
recently taken to very much loving that feature.
Do they charge for that
What?
feature?
Heck no. I just, like I said, I just literally like, hey, Firefox, open this PDF, and then I give it a place to start with my text cursor, and then I say, please read this out loud. And then it gives me some settings for the voice and a pace, and off I go. You can even pause it and ask it to go back a line or two as well. That's something that's neat about it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, I could just use audio capture.
There you go.
It is very
Why am I
exciting.
suddenly intrigued to bring up the Australian woman and put it at the speed of the chipmunks?
Wow.
Serenity.
Quantum chipmunks. They might be
Cyril.
annoying, they might not be, but you won't know until you hear them.
Hey, Cyril.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I'm on, where's my camera? Oh, you can't see it. The Alternativism said site,
Yes.
and it says buy today.
Yes.
Nothing I click on takes me to the book. Your
I'll
link
have to
is
double-
broken.
I'll have to double check that. I know I know I updated the desktop version. I think the mobile version I forgot to push the update on those buttons, so that might be why.
It's broken.
Oops.
I'm sorry.
Fix it.
I just did it earlier. I will fix it. I promise.
Thank you.
In the interim, you just go to the same Lulu page.
I can't get to Lulu. I was, you know what? And I did get to Lulu because I used the QR code on the screen, put it in my cart, and then I was trying to find the other two. It doesn't know what it is. It says there are no search results.
But if you search now, it would find the third one because again, I did all that.
I did this like since the last time he showed the QR code.
Oh,
I pulled up the third book. It won't pull up number 1 or 2. I put your name in. I put Alternativism in. It just says no search results.
well, it's probably still
Fix it.
propagating out. No worries.
We'll get it.
I was
We
trying.
will find a way.
He's
Yeah.
gonna win the SEO
Lulu
war
only
on that.
shows-
Believe me, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It only shows 1 and 2, yeah. Like I even went to your profile now, it's only showing the first and second book. 1 of 2.
Oh, see, and I used the QR code and got 3, but couldn't get 1 and 2.
So weird. That is so
Okay,
weird.
it is entirely possible the day after Christmas it is an ID10T error.
Let me
That
see.
the error is between the device and the chair.
It's probably
possible today.
it's all new, so it's probably
Thank
why.
you.
I don't. I go with
Yeah.
Wild Angel's excuse there. Yeah, I think it's between the chair
Yeah.
and the phone.
See, Alpha, with your link, the first and the third one show up as they should. The second one doesn't show up on there yet because I need to make a tweak to the PDF.
Oh,
Okay.
I'd like to correct my
Yeah.
prior statement. I said I opened PDFs in Mozilla Firefox. Apparently, I've been opening them in Microsoft Edge and didn't realize it. But yes, apparently Edge has a read aloud feature with all of the voices in there.
Are you
You could
telling
add-
me
Cool.
Edge is trying to become relevant?
Quite possibly, yes.
I don't like Edge.
I don't like it either as a web browser,
browser, but at least it's
but as a PDF
Yeah.
reader out louder, it's actually pretty great.
still an audible browser, but I can do that.
See, I'm a page turner person. I like to flip the pages. When we listen to audiobooks in this house, we go to sleep.
We do.
Whoa, that's a lot of
That's
different
well-
accent options.
Yeah, I sent
Next is
Cyril
What?
and Serenity screenshots so you guys can see just how many different voices, male and female, you can ask to read
Oh,
you
wow.
stuff.
That's crazy. Holy moly.
Make it
Yeah,
bigger.
that is a lot, and that was just what again.
trying, my
I
system hates me.
scrolled like halfway down, and I was like, "Yo, this looks pretty good." I just pulled up a random PDF and was like, "Yeah."
There we go. For some reason,
Yeah,
my
see-
computer hates me. It does not want to do a. Let's do maximize. There we
No,
go.
you're good. I just love this. That it's like, okay, I can get someone with an Irish accent to read it, a Kenyan accent, a New Zealand accent, a Filipino accent. Like, that's just really impressive. And you can tell by the names, whether it's male or female coded. So
Right.
it's that easy.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's just me, but that kind of scares me because now all of a sudden I see people putting in different stories into this that they wrote themselves, or maybe these adult stories, and I want to hear a Filipino woman say this to me. It's just about to get weird. I don't.
ASMR just got crazy.
Wow.
Yes, I am crazy. Hey, at least I'm honest enough to say it. I can see somebody doing that.
Right.
As weird as it is, it's like, yeah, no matter what you create, if it's for the betterment of mankind, there's somebody out there twisted enough to pervert it. And I could totally see that one being perverted.
I made this AI to better all of mankind. Well, yeah, well, I made it my Filipino fake girlfriend.
Oh my God.
She doesn't exist, but if she did, boy, would it be an amazing relationship. Let me just tell you. She always agrees with everything I say, and she promises she'd make me dinner if she had access to my refrigerator and microwave. Unfortunately, we haven't got the Optimus figured out on it.
So we're not far away. AI can control those things now. It's kind of scary.
You know, that's why I'm not actually big on robotics right now, because most of them aren't even actually AI controlled. It's just, we'll pay some guy remote control it, and thumbs up. Same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. But we're not far off. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens in 2026 as far as robotics and all that evolves. It's going to be one major breakthrough, and as soon as that happens, everything's going to explode. Just like the internet, just like blockchain, everything else. It's going to be crazy.
I look forward to signing into my VR headset and remote operating a rich guy's servant robot for 4 to 6 hours a day for 500 Satoshis worth of Bitcoin.
It's going to happen. There was a movie about that where everybody was like living in their pods operating robots. I don't remember what movie that was, though. You guys remember?
Yeah. No, it's evading me, but I think I know what you're
Wait,
talking
which one?
about.
I think Bruce Willis was in it, where people were laying down in their pods at home and operating robots out in the world.
Oh yeah, I know which movie. I know which movie you're talking about.
Avatar.
Close. They weren't blue
Close.
monkeys, though.
Very close. Yeah, no, there wasn't a colonial conflict in this. It was just dystopian cyberpunk capitalism stuff.
It was called Decoys.
What was it?
I think it was called Decoys.
Maybe.
Yeah, the film Decoy. Let me see. No, not that one. Not that one. Give me a couple seconds. I'll find it because I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Surrogates.
Serious.
Yes. Surrogates. That one.
Exactly. Then one person goes out into the world and all these robot stuff's like, dude, what are you doing in human form? You're going to get broken. And it was a messed up movie, but however, that could be very much a foreshadowing of what's coming.
Yeah, I watched Andrew Nichols in Time recently. That was about as close to reality as I could stand, actually.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's a lesser finance sort of indie sci-fi dystopia movie starring, of all people, Justin Timberlake and a crazy powerful supporting cast. And he actually does a great job. I'm not a pop star, pop fan or anything, but he can act when you put him in the right situation and have a good director. He plays a working class Joe who trades hours per day and hustles at night to try to stay alive for another month, because every human being is programmed to drop dead at 25 unless you have more time. Time is a currency.
Oh.
Yes,
So,
we did watch. In Time.
In Time. In
In
Time
Time,
by
yes.
Andrew Nichol is the writer-director.
Yes, we just watched that last week or the week before. Crow recommended that one. Like, dude, that was wild.
Yep. Actually brilliant. There's something about that writer-director. If you enjoyed that, definitely watch Ethan Hawke and Jude Law and Gattaca, because it's the same writer-director.
Yeah,
Similar
Gattaca.
idea.
Good.
Yep. It's interesting what the future will actually be like. We came up with all of these movies and the premises stuff. I don't think any of us really know what it's going to be like.
Oh, I think Terminator got it more right than not. That we were building machines to fight machines in war, and then we're going to trade over a lot of critical thinking to the AI. And at some point, if we do that too much, the AI just takes over and decides we suck and need to die.
Even the aliens won't stop to say hi. So yeah, probably a good idea.
I think.
But
Well,
anyway, guys.
I
Uh-huh.
just ordered the 2 books that are there.
Aw. you don't have
I'm
to do
waiting
that.
for number 2. So fix it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh my
Yeah.
See,
Wild
you guys see
Angel
what I
needs
have
to
to
read
deal
the
with?
paperback.
Yeah, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Wild Angel needs to read the paperback, so get it done. Get it.
Well, we're not going to get our books for probably 2 weeks. So that's okay.
Okay.
I got a
But
book
then
I'm
we'll
working
remember how to
on.
read.
Oh, yeah?
what?
So
Usually printed in 3 to 5 business days. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
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 What are you working on?
no, like reading a book.
Oh, okay. I
I have a hard enough time writing a 2 to 3 page paper for school.
See, I was that jerk that you would see at college class when you were passing the computer lab 10 minutes before class, sitting down,
Mhm.
banging out the paper, and then printing it off, taking it in, and getting an A, and kind of like snoozing through class.
You're one of those guys. Ah. Why doesn't that surprise me?
Relatable.
You know what? I have discovered using AI to help me write them. I get kind of what I want to say, a draft, and then I
Mhm.
drop it into AI with the assignment and let it fine tune it. And I've been told this is okay. But if it gives me other sources besides what I have to verify those. So they're actually Purdue University for starting next year, the incoming freshman next year has an AI competency requirement.
So, okay, this has a lot of implication that you're dropping on me very late in this conversation.
But yeah, no, yeah. So I'll write a draft and then I use it to fine tune it. I don't just say, here, write me a paper with sources.
Yeah,
But
well, you know,
yeah,
I can see their desire to want to make sure that people are trained to use it because it is a technology that is being pushed. I also see the potential darker sides, of course, of, you know,
Right.
eventually it becomes accepted practice to just kind of rely on it for everything, right?
right.
Including if it's being accepted at collegiate levels. But you know,
They're
again,
just doing a competency. I don't know what it's going to entail. But yeah, it's coming.
it is, and I mean, it's in everything. I have a button on my laptop
Right.
next to my arrow keys that are smaller than they should be, so that this button can be larger than my Alt key that opens Microsoft Copilot if I accidentally
Right.
tap it with my thumb in the middle of a game.
Oops.
Does it take over the game for you so you can get up, get a drink, or what?
No. If it did that, then maybe it would be worth the keyboard space. But in the
Right.
interim, it
My
is.
co-pilot just asked me, what can I do for you today?
You
Mhm.
shut the fuck up. That's what you could do.
Right? Go away.
Go
Go to
away.
hell.
I
Get away
asked
from me,
for
I'm
you.
dying.
Oh,
But it's
Wow.
tacos for dinner tonight.
that's what we
It
did.
is about time.
That's what we
It's
did.
tacos.
Good choice. And yes, it is about time to wrap it up. And you know, this has been an amazing journey, and it's been an amazing night to cover the topics and cover, you know, kind of what we remember of last year, what we're going to look forward to in the next year and many years to come. But as this is the last Freaky Friday of 2025 and the last one for a while. So guys, we will not be here next week or maybe the week after. We really don't know. And truth is, we don't know what we're going to come back with. But we really want your input. What do you want to see? What would you like to be a part of? What can we build that we can all gather together to make this world a better place? Make sure to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord and share your thoughts, your ideas. You know, we're always in there. Somebody's always there. And we would love to help you on this journey. Now, during this, I'm going to keep educating the crypto space. I'm going to keep putting out the videos, keep doing all the research that I possibly can to give you guys the best way to utilize hardware you've already got, find those early opportunities, and keep you operating in the rules of solvency to make sure you're profitable. Even when things may not be quite so profitable, we're going to try and find a way to get there. But we need your help to build this up. So jump to the DHC Discord, share your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, and let's make a greater future together.
Absolutely.
So with that, sorry.
I was just saying, absolutely. That was great.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, being it is the last Freaky Friday for a while, and the last one of the year, leave us off with a word of wisdom, some thoughts you'd like to share, anything you want to say. The table is yours. Alpha Cruz, take us away, brother.
I was gonna say,
Oh, I thought you were
he's
raising your
stretching.
hands.
I was gonna say no, he was stretching, but I thought he was about to drop some wisdom bombs.
Right.
I was stretching, but I will say, with the new year coming around, people tend to talk about like the New Year's resolution and all that stuff. It's nonsense. But anyway, the whole point is like, if you've been wanting to do something, New Year's is a really good reason to do it. You know, if you been wanting to start out on that project, if you've been wanting to start on something new or change your habit, do something, it's just like, I don't know, here's a perfect opportunity. They always say New Year's resolution, New Year, New Me. It's all nonsense. But the whole point is there's probably something that you've been wanting to try, something that you've been wanting to do for a while, and you've been like, man, I'll do it next time. It's like, just do it. If you want a reason or something that will motivate you, hey, it's a new year. Go ahead and do it. Don't let yourself get stuck in a position where you're like, but I'm doing this for so long, I don't want to have to change it. Like, Freaky Friday is a really good example. You know, Serenity has been doing it for 2 years. I've been here for a year, and it's time for a change. So change is coming next year. Things are going to be different. It's not going to be the same. You don't necessarily need to stick with what you have. Sometimes it's good to just be like, okay, it's time. So to end it, it's time. Peace.
Peace. Go
To
for Wadi.
piggyback on what Alpha's saying, if you decide to change something big, do it in small steps, because most resolutions fizzle before February. So do it in small steps. Celebrate those small successes. And when you make small changes, make those small changes a habit, then add to them, because then it's measurable. It's a smart goal. And make it realistic and achievable. Realistic and achievable for DHC. Hey, let's freshen this up. Let's take a break, recharge, regroup, get back to our roots, and go again. Because we're not going anywhere. We're just changing things up. So we love you all. We've appreciated your support over the last 2 years with Freaky Friday. And we're not going anywhere. Hit us up on Discord. We're still here. Watch for his new content, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Woohoo! Yes, absolutely. I look forward to seeing the new content that you guys come up with, and I'm sure that I'll get a call from Serenity at some point, being like, "Yo, Sai, what do you think of this?" So I look forward to that. I am sure. But yeah, in alignment with what you guys were saying, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Just remind yourself that you wouldn't ask a 5-year-old to build a new shed out back. They're not going to know how. They need time, they need knowledge, they need the tools. And give yourself time and grace. But the words that I want to leave with you are actually, they're going to be coming out soon. Soon-ish, I suppose. In a future song. But it's a phrase. It's almost a prayer, if you will. But let me listen before I speak. Let me question what I know. Let me trade the rush to be the winner for the chance to truly grow. May my first and quiet reflex be to hear, not just infer, in this field of shared perception where our meanings twist and blur. And I'll just keep that in mind moving forward into the year. Let's just turn our volume down a little, till you notice others once more, and practice small resistance to the pull of instant war. Love y'all. Look forward to the next year and everything it brings. Peace.
I love that.
It's my turn. I'll keep it brief, everybody. As a not so stellar from a modern lens clinical psychiatrist once wrote, do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the best way that is in you.
I love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Powerful, powerful. I don't know how to follow you guys. I mean, you guys got great advice inside. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the best piece of advice I can give you guys is, regardless of how good things are or bad they are, remember you always have the power of choice. That is the only real power I believe we have in this world, is what you choose. Everyone has that power. All you have to do is choose to change. Sometimes it's terrifying. Sometimes we get very comfortable. Sometimes it's very heartbreaking to come in here and say, hey, we're not going to be here next Friday. But in the end, I can say, you know what? That's what it's going to take to make a better me and a better us for tomorrow. So as sad as it is, I want to say thank you for this amazing 2-year plus journey. And make no mistake, we're not going anywhere. We're just going to regroup, strengthen, and come back at you even better and stronger the next time. So I love you all. Please stay safe out there. Make sure to join us in DHC, and we'll catch you next time in this great, crazy adventure. Love you all. Take care. Happy New Year!
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I've walked through the fire.